So increasingly, colleges and universities are offering coursework in artificial intelligence. No big surprise, right? The AI revolution is certainly here. Well, one Wisconsin university is actually taking this to the next level. Concordia University, Wisconsin, launching its Masters of Science in AI program designed to shape the next wave of AI leaders across a variety of sectors. Really anything here, right? Healthcare to finance, manufacturing, education, and beyond. It's a fully online program designed for working professionals. Michael Litman is a professor of computer science at CUW and joins us in the studio. Professor Litman, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So how challenging is it to develop a curriculum in such a rapidly changing world? We're all trying to figure out what this is, and I'm sure you are yourself in some respects.
Developing the original curriculum, I don't think was overly difficult. You know, we've been creating curriculums for years. The real problem is how do you keep up with it? You know, so we clearly see, you know, we have these historical classes that we had that taught the theory of AI, but now we're looking at, since AI is here, we need to be able to teach our students how to apply it, how to actually use it in real world. Maybe Concordia's secret sauce is that it's, you know, we look at the ethical side of things, and we also focus in on AI isn't the solution for everything. You know, it's not going to replace computer programmers or something like that. It's like, how do you choose when AI is the right tool for the job, and when classical, either human hard work or computer programming or whatever, or some other tool is the right job. And usually the collaboration of those two is kind of where you end up landing.
A lot of schools now are saying they focus on ethical AI. What does that actually look like in the classroom, not just beyond the press release that we get?
Yeah, I mean, the classroom issue is kind of neat. You know, when and I've been teaching for 26 years now, so I've seen it for a long time. So this is really not that dissimilar to the uprising during Google. You know, when Google first came out and people were using the internet to do these things. I mean, you obviously have students abusing it initially, and, you know, they're trying to use it for completing their homework so they have more free time because their focus is off of learning. So really, it's up to us faculty to create policies on our syllabus to help them understand what is appropriate uses of AI in this class to help you learn, because AI is a great tool for learning. I mean, you could be sitting in class. How many of your listeners sat in class and didn't ask a question because they thought it would sound stupid? Well, now you can come home and have a 3-hour conversation with AI about the topic from today's class, and you don't sound stupid except to yourself. That's an amazing tool for learning new things.
So I like that it's a practical application of artificial intelligence. What are the key hands-on projects that are built into this curriculum that would allow me or a student online to build an industry-ready portfolio in a variety of different sectors?
So I think what's unique about our program is, you know, what happens in academia a lot of times when you package new programs, you're really repackaging old stuff. You know, let's say it's a little secret. You know, we get away with it less these days. That probably started winding down 5 years ago, but now we have to create brand new stuff. So we didn't just repackage old classes. Half of the curriculum in this new program is brand new stuff. And one of them is a practicum where you will work with, you know, either a researcher or an employer, or somebody actually creating a product as part of your degree, working with them. And that might even open up doors for jobs or something like that, you know, but we're trying to look at how can we give you the baseline tools and then put you into situations and projects where you are practicing with them. And as things are changing in the industry, those are making their way into those projects so that you're not falling behind with what was cool 6 months ago.
So when students finish this program, what kinds of jobs are they realistically prepared to step into right away?
Yeah, so I mean, historically, you know, we would say, you know, software engineering type jobs, computer programming, more IT, hands-on people. But I think we have a whole new world of jobs that are being created now. You know, every company, regardless of industry, is going to have to have their AI person or their team of AI people, you know, for checking sources and, you know, prompt engineering. How do you know, every one of us knows somebody, or maybe it's yourself, who's really good at Googling. You know, they know just the right way of asking a question to get the results they want. Well, the same thing is happening with AI, but on steroids. You know, you can ask the same question 5 times and get kind of different results. You almost have to learn how to tease what you want out of it.
So it's an online program. I know Concordia University also has an AI and quantum innovations lab, which is really interesting stuff. I was doing some digging on this. What is that? I'd like you to explain it, first of all, but could online master's students actually use it in an online world?
They absolutely will, as part of that course I told you about. So I'm the co-founder of the AI and Quantum Innovation Lab. I'm actually giving a talk there tonight on quantum computing. That's my research area. But those students, the partnerships I mentioned with our practicum, those students will be working through companies that are partners with us in that AI lab. So the AI lab is kind of trying to be the quarterback for what I just talked about. We have companies that are out there. Some of them already have tech people on site. But since every company needs to start using AI for whatever they need to do to give themselves an advantage, this is a place they can come and partner with, either our researchers or our faculty or our students who are learning these skills, so it's less expensive for them or even free, so they can get some of this expertise into their field sooner rather than later, where now it's a relationship builder with Concordia.
This is such a wild world right now because you have some people who are well into AI who started with ChatGPT and they're like, oh no, ChatGPT, no more. I'm onto this thing. And I think Claude is one of the other ones that people are talking about right now. People are talking about coding with AI. And then you have some people who are still just trying to figure out what exactly artificial intelligence can do and do for them. So for some of our fans who are listening right now, who are curious, but maybe a little intimidated by AI, what's the one thing that you want them to understand about where this technology is headed? Because you are so deep into it.
Well, if we put it in a little context that maybe your listeners can wrap their mind around initially, think of it as like iPhone versus Android. You have people who are Android people are iPhone people. You'll have people who are ChatGPT people. You'll have people who are Claude people. You'll have people who are Google Gemini people. You'll have people who are, using some of the other models that are out there. Every one of those models is super top tier right now. I mean, there isn't like a better of the two. You can go online and look and see who's winning this week, but it's like they scored 0.2%, 0.2 points higher on some SAT thing or something like that. So the tool that you use, I don't think necessarily matters. Think of it like search engines, whether you use Google or Bing or whatever. So I think that when we're talking about those things, we're really talking about these things called large language models, where it's kind of almost like having an expert in every single field sitting in front of you who you can ask questions to, and they answer your question in the context that you asked it. It's not just a Google search return where you have to flood through it. It's a conversation you're really having with something that feels very human. Keep in mind, it's not human. It's just predicting token after token. It's actually fascinating that what comes out of it is readable.
Michael Litman is a professor of computer science at Concordia University of Wisconsin. They're launching their Masters in AI program. It's online, so it's open to the world, right? Anybody could sign up and be a part of this. But to your knowledge, Professor Litman, is Concordia University the only university in the state of Wisconsin offering this master's program? A lot of universities offer coursework, but I don't know if anybody else offers a master's program quite like this.
I'm honestly not positive, so I don't want to claim something that might not be true. I know initially when we first started thinking about this, we were trying to be first to market, so it's possible we were with the master's. I would say that we are likely first to do it the way we're doing it, where we're building it from the ground up, we're including the ethical stuff in it, and we're making it project-based, so we're preparing the students to go into the workforce and learn, rather than just being the guy who knows a bunch about AI at the coffee shop. We want them to go out and be able to be productive in the workforce, which means keeping up with the latest tools that come out that are usually, as you mentioned, spin-offs.
Sure.
They're all using ChatGPT or Claude, but it's a computer program that is feeding them the right kind of prompts, engineered the right way to automate larger tasks. But it's still, the back end is still ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever.
Did you talk to current students about the likely demand for this?
Oh, sure. I mean, so I run the department, and I'm pretty friendly with our students. We'll go and hang out outside the classroom and stuff. So really, many of our seniors are applying for jobs today. So they're coming back to us and saying, hey, they're asking us about this. So we almost had a cheat sheet of what's in demand today. But you don't want to rest too much onto that, because it's possible what's on demand today is probably going to change next week.
Yeah.
Right. So we have to kind of be forward looking, but also try to stay nimble. So our 4 brand new courses, and then the project course I talked about, they are created in such a way that they handle the broad areas of AI rather than get stuck into specific tools, since those tools are changing constantly.
Fascinating stuff, really is. By the way, did you bring Gina's transcript? Our producer is a Concordia University graduate. She said she was anyway. I didn't know if you brought any records of her.
Well, as an administrator, I could certainly look it up.
Please do. And share that information with us. We'd love to take a look and post it online for everyone to see. Professor Michael Litman, professor of computer science at Concordia University, Wisconsin. Check it out. Very interesting for professionals here, an online master's AI program. Great stuff. Great information. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you having me.